More examples of the power rule can be found in example 2. These have a lot more going on than y equals x squared. F of x equals x to the 35th power. If we were using the definition, we would need to take x plus delta x at some point and raise it to the 35th power. And that's just ridiculous and unnecessary. But if we want f prime of x, it's going to be 35 x to the 34th. So the 35 comes out in front, and then we reduce the exponent by 1. Want to be careful when applying this power rule, because we need to write the expression as x to a power. And here we've got the cube root of x squared. So this is x to what power? 2/3, yeah, x to the 2/3. So sometimes we have to simplify it a little bit so we can see x raised to what power. So g prime of x, exponent comes out in front, and then we subtract 1 from the exponent. 2/3 minus 3/3. Would it be negative 1/3? No, negative 1/3. And then probably want to write the final answer so that it doesn't have a negative exponent. In fact, probably want to write the final answer so it involves a radical, because the original expression involved a radical. So a couple of steps. G prime of x equals 2 over 3x to the 1/3. Negative exponent, slide it down to the denominator and change the sign of the exponent. It becomes positive. And so g prime of x equals 2 over 3 times the cube root of x. There we go. So this would be the derivative in this case. And h of x, although we have an x to the 4th power, this is not in the form of x raised to a power. It's 1 over x to a power, and so we can't apply it until we write it as h of x equals x to the negative 4. Then we can apply it. So h prime of x,
the negative 4.
Negative 4,
X to the negative 5th.
x to the negative 5th. And since the original, usually it's a good rule of thumb not to leave any negative exponents in the final answer. But since the original didn't have any negative exponents, it was written as a fraction, probably a good way to go for this one. So negative 4 over x to the 5th, yeah. Just like that.
So would we get it wrong if we left it in the step above?
Not unless I specifically say don't leave any negative exponents in the final answer. I think I would give credit for this. It's maybe a little bit nicer if you're writing solutions for a textbook that you've authored. You probably want to not leave any negative exponents. But if it's your textbook, hey, you want to leave negative exponents in the final answer. That's fine.